Hey YouTube, today's March 11th, here in North Dakota. We're having a blizzard starting to crank up here, and just kind of was going to give my opinion on the situation with the Japanese earthquake. Anyway, my take on situation over there, especially with the nuclear power plant situation. I believe, of course, I believe the earthquake was man-made. The tsunami is what really caused the brunt of the damage, and it just seems suspicious also that this thing was directed in an area where there was a lot of crops going on. If you saw where the tsunami was taking over the land, it was mostly farmland. And what happens with that? Damaged crops, just like over in Mexico with the freeze and everything, and other places around the world that's having these problems. But you got to remember, it's all about order out of chaos, and I think this is the beginning of the end game for the ones that are doing this to us. You know, if you're not awake to what's going on by now, I think you ought to get an adrenaline shot and get your ass in gear and start some food storage, and of course guns and ammo, and any other materials or tools you may need to take care of your family, because my opinion, it's all going downhill from here. So, how you doing, YouTube? Today is March 22nd, 7:45 p.m. This is North Dakota. I feel that this spring blizzard is being brought on by HARP. Earlier today, it was most of the snow was melted and wet from the runoff, and now look at it, and it's just starting. This blizzard's supposed to go on till tomorrow morning, and Fargo, city of Fargo, is going into their yearly spring flood, because Fargo is built in a river basin, and I believe that they're harping us on purpose to create chaos and disaster here. I thought I heard some booming. I wouldn't doubt it. Anyway, like I said, March 22nd, 7:45 p.m. Spring blizzard. Take care.
Another night of storms and rain battered the southeastern town of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. The 5-day rain total approaching 20 inches, and the levee on the swollen Black River is compromised in over 30 locations as water rushes creeping into neighborhoods. As you can see, the water already causing some big-time destruction here in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. If the levee were to totally fail on the Black River, that would mean that 500 homes will be washed away, and nearly 7,000 of the 17,000 residents would be out of a place to live. Inside the Blackwater Coliseum, nearly 300 people have already taken up home. Charles Thomas and his two daughters are doing the best they can.
We were evacuated yesterday morning about 9, and you see the police got it blocked off there.
This makeshift shelter is also taking in pets from the Poplar Bluff area.
And we check them in, we give them each a number and label them according to the owner. And we put them in a cage and we lock and water and feed them.
Southeastern Missouri is no stranger to severe weather. The town was destroyed in 1927 by a tornado. Residents here are just hoping the levee holds. Robert Ray, Associated Press, Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Intellectual prestige and Beast 1333. We are the resistance. You all know how to resist us. An eye for an eye keeps the whole world blind, but I try to live honest and divine. I can't limit myself in this world. I'm gonna be a leader for all of humankind. They wanna bring all the countries together in a bind. They're succeeding, feeding lies into your mind. Moving these to soldiers, not the type to recline. With prestige and truth to speak to with every last listen closely to the rhyme. Everyone in this matrix is a victim. Agents find people like me and track them. Malcolm X was murdered by the elite, not an angry Muslim. Afghanistan is shipping into opium. It's no accident these parents are addicted to heroin. Beast of prestige racing on both sides of the pyramid. We have to get to the top and bring the lie down. Expose the hatred, go to the king and tear off the crown. You think shooting the president is gonna solve the problem? It won't. We need to come up with a more intellectual solution. That's why we're starting this human evolution. People are protesting for peace, but the leaders walk by unaffected. So maybe we'll roll by strike and get our message noticed. It's a tax dollars funding these wars. This shit's complete bogus. And how the fuck could they not listen to us? But beast to beast is rising. They're locking us in prison. If not our news channels to further our confusion. Building a big brother to watch us 24/7. We modified food for our digestion. The new world order seems just seconds for completion. Human beings are being marched to concentration camps for execution. Meanwhile, the masses of life watching reality shows on TV. Every day feeling depressed and sleepy. So I'm fighting side by side with the one who won't me. Beast 1333. Beast 1333. Yo, Beast, kill him.
The pathway Abaddon, a concrete dome collapse, a pagan pantheon. As Roman Catholic priests are banging little boys with panties on. They're from Damascus, they're speaking tongues in Aramaic. Medulla, hypothalamus, deoxyribonucleic. Paint the mosaic like Byzantines and Macedonians. With a flashing in the 13s and the 33s. My podium must speak the masses and tweak the nervous system, speak the fastest. My bomb blast will serve past these weak bastards. A rhyming deity with lines that reach the Pleiades. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. No three of these, a very small portion of y'all is still sleeping on the jungle-blooded lost of all of the Puerto Ricans. In the underground, I'm roaming free. I stalk and bounce upon my prey. You never get away from me. It's gonna be a darker day. Observational vantage points from the third person. As things worsen for the humans, my words bursting.
Alright, we're now in St. Charles Parish, and this is the Bonnie Carey Spillway. Right now you see this is all high and dry. That will soon change. We're actually right now on the earthen levee. This is what is designed to keep the potential floodwaters of the Mississippi River out of the city. So as they open the locks on the spillway, this will all be flooded out. And the Mississippi River is going to reach its highest flood stage here locally in, I believe, since 1937. So it's going to be way up. And I'm going to definitely cover this, let y'all see some amazing footage of as the spillway is open. You're going to see just lots of activity out here. There'll be a lot of people fishing. As the gates are closed and the water recedes, you're going to see some great crawfishing. So this is the railroad trestle bridge right here into the spillway. This is North Norco, where we're at, right here. And we're going to just continue down the spillway. And I'll take you guys down a little bit ways here and show you the floodgates themselves. Okay, so this right here in just a couple weeks will be literally underwater. We're gonna go right by the gates so you can check it out. Truly mind-boggling the amount of water that will be coming through this spillway in just a couple days. to the river. See the heavy equipment out here. They just spillway dirt is wonderful. This is some back here. You get some of the best. The spillway sand, spillway dirt is just incredibly full of nutrients as far as planting gardens and that. So it's very sought after, the sand out here. Okay. All right, so just over to our left here, this is the actual, the floodgates that are gonna soon be open. What it is, they've got wooden pegs, and they will simply go out as like a little crane, and they will remove each wooden peg one at a time, and this area will effectively be open. So you've got cars on this road today, and we're going to come back and do an update and show you what it looks like as they open the locks. We'll take a little U-turn here, and I will show you what it looks like on the other side. Now once they open these gates, don't know if y'all were around watching me when they did it last time, but there's going to be a lot of activity out here, I'm going to tell you. And right now, yeah, the river's definitely way high. This is very high. And it's about to get a whole lot higher. That's a little cart. They'll take that cart out and on the tracks here, and they'll remove these pegs one by one and let the waters of the mighty Mississippi River simply wash through here. Got a few people out here, not sure what they're doing. But normally, this time of the year, you would not see water right here. So, beyond question, they're going to open the spillway again. And with very good reason, to keep the mighty Mississippi floodwaters out of the city of New Orleans. Awesome. One thing people need to keep in mind, the volume of water that flows down this river at any given time is phenomenal. But as the snow melts up north and we get all of the flow, the runoff from up north, this all washes into the Gulf of Mexico, the very area where the Deepwater Horizon crisis was. All of that fresh river water is cleansing the Gulf. This is one reason that I firmly believe, based on the testing and the fact that so many of us are consuming seafood with no problem. This river right here, this is Mother Nature at work. And this river is cleansing the Gulf of Mexico, so to speak. So it's a good thing to see. This fresh water going out into the Gulf, bringing back our Gulf Coast. This is good stuff.